All right. Purpose of this video is to show you how to use your graphing calculator to conduct either the chi-squared test for independence or the chi-squared test for homogeneity. I've got a problem up here that we used from a while back, which is a test for independence. And if you can read underneath there, it says they're looking to see if there's a relationship between the father's status and in the household, and whether the father attends meetings of teachers with school age parent-teacher conferences. All right, so what this video is to show you how to use your TI-84 to help you conduct that test. So you can see I've got a two-way table here, and I'm looking again to determine whether there's a relationship between the status of the father in the household and the attendance for parent-teacher conferences of the father. All right, see if there's a relationship there or if there is no association. So for using the TI-84 calculator, what we're going to do, we're going to start off by, we'll start you off at the home screen. So here is the blank home screen. And so the first thing I want to do is go to second matrix. And I probably have nothing in there. They're probably just A, B, C, D. And there's no, so what I want to do is go ahead and hit edit. And when I do that, then I can determine my columns and rows. And in this case, I happen to get 3 by 3, so I put in 3 by 3 and then hit enter. And then I will just go ahead and follow my table across like I have there. And after each number, I hit enter, and the cursor will move to the next cell like an Excel spreadsheet. All right, and then when you plug those into the matrix, now you go to your stat tests menu option and scroll down to chi-squared test and hit enter. And again, it's important, like we did on the other one, it's important to understand which one we observed and which one we expected. Now, again, you probably don't have anything in the expected. It will automatically generate a matrix for that expected values for you. So if there's nothing there, it will automatically do it. If you point to a matrix, then it will overwrite whatever you have in that matrix. So my observed is A, and I get to that by going second matrix again. And now I've got 1A highlighted. That's where my observed value are. And if there's nothing there, then it will automatically generate one, I believe, right below it. But I also like to go second matrix and put it where I want. And so just to show you, there's nothing in D, so I'm just going to say I'm going to send it to D. And then I'm going to calculate. And this is telling me I generated a chi-squared value of 54.77. And the probability is really low, basically 0 because of e to the negative 11. And the degrees of freedom is 4. So that's 3 minus 1 times 3 minus 1. So 2 times 2 gives me my degree of freedom of 4. And if I go back to my matrix, remember I sent my expected to matrix D. And now I have the 3 by 3 in there. And so I can go ahead and look at it, hit enter, and it will show it. I find that it's easier if I go to second matrix, go across to edit, and then go down to D, and then that for me is easier to see. So what am I looking for from my expected values? I'm looking to make sure that all those values are 5 and above. All right, hopefully, and while I have you here, I might as well just show you what the draw looks like. Second matrix, I'm sorry, stat tests down to chi-squared, hit enter, and then conduct the test, but go ahead and draw, and it will show you the shape of the curve, and you see P is basically 0 because 54 is way out here to the right. All right, hopefully you found this helpful. With a low p-value, I would conclude that I'm going to reject the null hypothesis that there is no relationship or that there is no association. I might also say that my null hypothesis might also say that the status of the father in the household is independent of his attendance at parent-teacher conference meetings. In any case, I'm going to reject the null and conclude that there is evidence to indicate a relationship between the status of the father in the home and attendance at parent-teacher conference.